What's up, YouTube? My name is Gigi. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome back if you are returning. What's today? Today is the 9th, so I'm officially 4 months in as a new grad nurse, and I'm just gonna tell you about my experience, my expectations, my mental health, everything, things I wish I would have knew. I'm just gonna keep it real, y'all. I don't have no makeup on my shirt, wrinkled, nothing. Like I'm just gonna keep it real, okay, y'all? So enjoy the video. It's just like a little chit chat. So I am a registered nurse. I am 21 years old and I work in med-surg, medical surgical telemetry. My med-surg that I work in is real deal med-surg, not like passing out meds and that's it med-surg. Patients are surgical patients. They go for procedures, so I'm with them before they go to procedures, like freshly when they come in, and freshly when they come out. So I see people that need their appendix removed, they broke their hip, they broke their ankle, they need a stent placed, they need their kidney removed, they need their gallbladder removed. I see all of those things. And when I sit back and I talk about like all of the things I see and all of the things I do, I'm like, whoa, like I'm really a nurse. Like that's when I feel like it hits me the most, that like, whoa, I actually am a nurse. Like that's actually insane. Like when I sit down and like, oh yeah, I have to educate a patient, I have to discharge a patient, I have to admit a patient, I have to give the patient their medication, I have to intervene if the patient is having hypertension, I have to reach out to the doctor. Like I feel like that's when I really realized I'm a nurse. Like other than that, sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I'm a nurse, and it's like it's whatever to me. Oftentimes I find myself like when I speak to people, like I try not to say that I'm a nurse because I just don't want to be judged. Like I know like nurses have a stereotype on them. Oh, everyone has a stereotype on them, period. But like nurses have a stereotype on them, and I don't want to be prejudged, and I don't want, in a good and a bad way, because like sometimes people say, oh, like you'll say you're a nurse and people will automatically think, oh, you got money, or oh, you're bougie, or oh, you're rude, or you're a mean girl, or they'll immediately think like you're going, or like just random stuff. And it's just like I don't want to be deemed as that, and I don't want nursing to be my whole personality. Like I'm someone totally separate from nursing. Like half of the time I only talk about nursing, like for real. Like I feel like I only talk about nursing with my close friends, but I'm someone totally apart from nursing. Like nursing is just like one key, like one finger of me. Like I have 10 hands and nursing is just one of the fingers. Like so I try not to be like, oh, I'm a nurse, I'm a nurse, I'm a nurse, I'm a nurse, like, because that's not all I am. I'm more than that. But yeah, I've noticed my growth, and yeah, it's been a journey, guys. It's been a very tough journey. I would say also, guys, I'm in a new grad residency program, so that basically means that my program is 9 months. So that means that for these 9 months I go through like clinicals and like classes and extra help stuff to help me with work and like more education. Even after residency in nursing, you always have to go through educational classes and stuff. But I basically like always have people checking up on me and saying like, do you need help with stuff and stuff like that. And I went through orientation. My orientation was basically a month long. Did I feel like orientation prepped me? No, not at all. Nursing school kind of prepped you, kind of didn't. I feel like nothing in anything in this life, nothing will ever prep you until you're actually doing it. So it's like you really have to just go all in. But I could say that I'm so grateful for the team that I have at work. Like despite everything, I always say that like the team I work with is honestly so good. Everyone is very supportive. Like if I ever need help, I can always go to them, ask them. I don't ever feel like stupid. I don't ever feel like I'm bothering anybody. I will go to my charge nurse, I will go to another nurse, I speak to the pharmacist. Like I'm not afraid to ask questions. Like I go speak to anyone, and I feel like that's because they all make me feel welcome and feel like able to speak to them, because they genuinely do help. Like the minute I say I want this, they're on it. I remember I was in orientation, and basically with my orientation I got worked up to the day I was off my orientation. So I was on orientation for 6 weeks. So my first week I had 1 patient, second week I had 2 patients, third week So then when I got to my 4th week, mind you I was with the same preceptor. When I got to my 4th week, I spoke up and I told my educator, not my preceptor, my educator, the one that's over my learning and stuff, I told her, like, I don't feel ready to be by myself, and like I don't feel ready. Like, time management is an issue. I'm nervous. And she immediately went to my manager and was like, she doesn't feel comfortable. We need to do something. We need to intervene. And my manager pulled me into her office and was like, what can we do? And they decided to put me with like different nurses. And I felt heard and I felt listened to. So I feel like that's a really important thing, because nursing alone is very hard. And then if you have like a team that is not supporting you and is not like willing to help you grow, it does not make the experience any better. I tell you that right now. Like, it makes the experience 10 times worse. So I am so grateful for that. Of course there's some nurses that are mean or whatever, but like for the most part, overall everyone is very helpful. In my first 4 months, guys, I feel like it was a shock. Like, I feel like it was like a reality shock. Like, this is crazy. I have a whole career. I'm responsible for someone's life, and I have so much to do. Guys, I be having 6 patients, 5 patients, and I only had 6 weeks. Like, I know 6 weeks is a lot, but it's really not a lot, because in those 6 weeks, every week is different. And then you have to remember, I only had 1 patient too. Like, every week was different. So it's like, I feel like I got thrown into it, especially I think it was like my first or second week. Bro, crazy things was happening. Crazy things. Like, I even picked up a shift, and when I on that picked up shift, like, I had to call not a code blue, but I had to call a code. And I was just like, it's just like what did I get myself into? It was just so overwhelming. The workload was just a lot to take in, like, to be able to do all my med pass, chart, speak with the patient, like, listen to what they're saying, answer all these phone calls, communicate with the doctor, communicate with the pharmacy, communicate with lab, like it's just so much, like, and it just became overwhelming. And it had me questioning myself, it had me questioning my decision. It was just, I was very emotional. Not to say, like, I'm not saying like I'm not emotional, but I just am doing like a lot of self-reflecting. Yeah, like, I'm noticing, like, in the first 4 months, like, it was very emotional. It was a very big shift. Like, I'm only 21, I'm very young, and I'm doing like a career. Like, it's a lot. Like, I don't know, it's not easy. And like I always say, clinicals will have you thinking you're signing up for something totally different. Like, my med-surg clinicals, all we did was pass meds. Like, literally, that's it. Like, the most I ever did in my med-surg clinicals was do a blood transfusion, but it was never as hectic as my days are. So, like, coming in, I was shocked. I was confused. I was like, what? Like, I didn't know it was all of this. I did not know it was all this. And I just kept saying that. Like, I made sure I said that everyone. Like, I did not know what I was signing up for. I did not know. And we had clinicals in nursing school. We had clinicals at different sites. So we had like OB, we had med-surg, we had psych, and y'all, it was never this much. I don't know if it was never this much because I personally wasn't going through it, and maybe we just always happen to come on like an easy day, but I never felt the stress that I felt when I'm a nurse, like, with the responsibility being all on you. I don't know. All that going on, coming in new and like just a shock. I didn't end up quitting. I ended up quitting my job. I just couldn't take it at one point. I just hit my breaking point because I found myself just always going to work crying, or not even going to work crying. I would be at work crying. And I'm an emotional person, but not about work. Not about work. I no. Mm-mm. And I found myself just always crying, being very frustrated at work. People always used to say like they couldn't go to sleep before their shift, and I would look at them crazy until it was me. And I found myself at 4 a.m. still up in bed, couldn't sleep, like just anxiety. Like I guess that's my form of anxiety, but I never knew that because that's never happened to me before. So it just was a lot, and I guess in my mind, I thought that nursing school would be the hardest part of it all, because that's what people always told me. Like, once you get to nursing school, it'll be okay. Once you get through this, it'll be okay. And I got through nursing school, and I'm like, why am I still battling? Why am I still crying? Why am I still, not to be like said in this way, but like, why am I still praying to God to help me like escape? Like, I thought I was praying to him before to help me escape, and I escaped nursing school. But yet here I am, still coming to him, asking him to help me escape. Like, I thought we was done, God. Like, what is this? So I reached my breaking point, and I quit. And everyone, my manager called me like daily. My charge nurses called me, text me. Everyone called me, text me. And I guess from the outside looking in on me, I was putting it together well, because at the end of the day, I was still doing a damn great job at my job. Like I never was having an error, or like, no, like I had one error, but like nothing major. Like I always did my work. My med passes were perfect. Patients raved about me. Like, on the outside looking in, you would be like, why the hell is she quitting? She's doing a good job. But me, in my day-to-day going in, I felt like, I don't know if it was intentional or what, but like I felt like the bad things kept getting pointed out to me. And I could say all of this now in hindsight, because now I'm back at the same job, and I've been back for a while now, and I don't feel like what I was feeling in those first 4 months are happening to me now. So it kind of makes me like question mark everything. Yeah, sometimes I felt like the minor mistakes I would make, or the minor complaints or something, were always being pointed out. And to know me is to know that I won't say I'm a perfectionist, but I don't like to make mistakes that could be avoided, because it makes me feel like I'm being negligent, or I'm being like messy and lazy, and I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. I like to cross my X's, like all whatever that saying is. I like to do. I don't like no one coming up behind me being like, oh, you didn't no. Because if I really did it, I truly didn't know, and I didn't know how to do it, or I wasn't aware, or like it was a pure accident. Like, when it comes to work, this job, any job I've ever had, I always do my 1000%. So it's like, when you come to me saying like, oh, like when you come to me with an issue, I take it to heart, because I like to be good at my job, and that's in any job I go to. I don't like to be an employee that doesn't do their job, because if you work with people who don't do their job, it makes your job harder, and it makes your job like, so I never like to be that employee. I like to do what I have to do to make my day go easy. Everyone be chilling. I mind my business, you mind your business. I don't care for the gossip. I come here, I clock in, I clock out. I make sure I do a good job, and I go. One time I got a letter written from a patient, and she was just complaining about her entire stay. And first thing in the morning, my manager puts it on my desk. It's like, first of all, I just got here. Like, I don't want to see that. I do not want to see that. So I just got here and this is what I'm seeing. And it just, I think that was the second time. So it's just like, damn, am I doing something wrong? But you have to understand, this is my first time in the healthcare profession. So like, that's how patients are. They will find something to complain about. They'll find something to say, oh, you didn't do this and you didn't do that. Mind you, I'd be taking stuff like that to heart, because the complaint was just like, what? Because I was the only nurse that was sitting there caring for that patient. I was the only nurse that was like taking my time to listen to this patient, taking my time to make sure that patient was taken care of. And then you turn around and write me this note making me look like a bad guy. I'm gonna take it to heart. I am gonna take it to heart. Cause what? What is this? What is this? But after I quit, and I let them know like why I quit, what's going on, and all this stuff. And they were supportive of me. They didn't bash me or anything. They shared their stories about mistakes they've made. They shared their experience in nursing, all the things and such. And I took like a week off of work. My job only worked 3 days, but I took a week off of work, and I took that week to just pray and talk about it. But I had so many thoughts going on, and I had another thing that I don't never do is I don't ever reach out to people for advice. Like, if I reach out to you, I've already prayed to God about it, and I kind of have my decision, and I've kind of already worked towards making that decision. And if I'm reaching out to you, is because I just probably want like another like confirmation or something, you know. But I found myself in my first 4 months like being very negative and seeking advice from people that are not where I want to be, and that just is not me. And it's just like, So when I quit and I'm hearing like, oh, you should stay, oh, you should go, oh, you should stay, like I'm hearing both sides of the story, and it's God's voice is so unclear. It's so unclear. Like, the minute I quit, I thought like this was from God. Like, God's voice was so unclear to me, and it was so frustrating, because it's like, what do I do? Like, where do I go from here? And to know me is to know that, well, to know old me is to know that I am calculated. I'm calculated. I like to know my next steps moving forward. Like, I like to have an idea, like, okay, graduated high school, and now I'm gonna go to college to do this, to do this, to do this. Okay, I did all of that. Now where I'm at, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm literally walking blindly, and that scares me so bad, and it gives me so much anxiety. So by me quitting, I really was at a standstill of like, where do I go now? Like, where do I go now? Like, what do I do? Like, I felt like God just like left me for that. And I know he would never do that, but in that moment, that's how I felt. And I felt like, where am I supposed to go? Like, how do I move forward? And by me reaching out to all these people, it didn't help that at all, because they're not God, and what they're saying I should do is what they would do, and I'm not them, and they're not going through what I'm going through, so I can't reach out to them. So yeah, I finally got my answer from God, and I decided to go back, and I went back to work, and no bad blood. Everyone was so happy that I came back or whatever. And yeah, it just went back to normal, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like now I know that there'll be bad days, and I know there'll be good days. But I know how to work through the bad days, and I know how to work through the good days, and I know what to do on my days off. I know how to not get burnt out. I know how to take care of myself mentally and physically. I wasn't taking care of myself physically or mentally. I was not going to the gym because I couldn't find a good rhythm. I could not find a good rhythm. it's hard. Like, I know people think, oh, 3 days on, 4 days off, 4 days off, you can do everything. No, the hell you can't, babe. No, you can't. First of all, you are working 40 hours in 3 days. I just want people to understand. I just wish people would grasp that concept. What you do in 5 days, I do in 3. What you do in 6 days, I do in 3. It's not easy, babe. So those days where I'm off, your body is tired and you have to do all your errands in those days while also getting rest and listening to your body. So I was also battling that and like being like, dang, like I thought I was gonna have time for myself and cater to myself, and I feel like I'm just falling deeper and deeper and deeper because I don't have time for myself. I don't have time to relax. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time to cater to myself. Yeah, I could be making the money, but if I don't know how to use the time to use the money or how to use the money, it's useless. It's useless. It's useless. It is useless. It is useless. Okay? It's useless. I've had a lot of realizations, and I'm just happy that I'm in a better mental state now to like look back and be like, okay, I can hear God's voice now. Okay, I know to stand still and what I need to implement to like make sure I'm mentally okay. Like I wasn't doing like things that I usually do. Like, so for a majority of the time in nursing school, I wasn't able to do what I like to do because I was so locked in and focused. So when I finally got this, when I finally got this free time to finally get back to what Gianna likes to do, it was like, I don't know what I like to do. It's been so long since I've gotten to do what I like to do. And I'm still learning what I like to do. And I'm still learning about myself and learning about old me, new me, and all the things and such. But I feel like now I'm just moving with grace. And I'm giving myself grace. And I'm listening to my thoughts. And I'm listening to God more clear now. And I don't feel like I'm walking foggy or I'm walking blindly. Like I feel like I'm walking with Him. I feel like my nursing journey is very much intertwined with my spiritual journey. Like they go like together really bad. But I could say now, like I just feel much more clear. I did this thing. I saw this guy on TikTok. He was like, get a sheet of paper and write down who you are now, and then get another sheet of paper and write down who you want to be, and then get another sheet of paper and write what you need to do. And for a while after graduating nursing school, like I was chasing a goal. I was chasing a goal, chasing a goal that I didn't know if I was going to reach. I knew I was going to reach it, but at times it became blurry. And once I reached that goal, I just was like, what do I do now? And I went through that feeling for my first 4 months. I'm just like, I got what I wanted. I got what I prayed for. What now? And there's no way I could just stop here. I'm only 21, babe. I'm only 21. There's no way I could just stop right here and just be like, I'm just gonna be a nurse for the rest of my life. Oh. In nursing school, I was also battling, what am I going to do after nursing school, after I become a nurse? But I said, let me just focus on this. So then once I reached that goal, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? I was having a moment. I was freaking out. I feel like I didn't have no direction. I didn't know where I was going next. I'm losing my shit. I'm having an anxiety attack daily. And I'm not saying now I know exactly what I want to do after nursing. But I know that I'm grounded in the fact that God is not gonna leave me. And it's like, not that I thought He left me before, but it's like I was filled with everyone's negative thoughts and like negativity and uncertainty, and it made my reality. And I hate that feeling. Like I hate when I take in everyone's negativity and like doubts, because that's not me. That's not the God I serve. No. no. Like, no. I feel like I have a clear answer on my next couple of steps. But I feel like I'm learning to just let him do what he needs to do, and that I'm not in control. And I promise y'all, it's so scary because it's like my biggest thing is I don't want to become stagnant, and I don't want to become this. I don't want to say the same person. I'm continuously looking to better myself and looking to become better than I was yesterday, better than I was a month ago, better than I was last year. And if I feel like I'm not doing that or I'm not working towards that, it scares me. It scares me real bad. I find like I've got my flow now. Like I had my flow in them first 4 months, but internally I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. And I'm gonna say now I know what I'm doing because I don't. I'm still new, but I know what to do if I don't know what to do. I know who to go to. I know that it's okay to not know what you're doing. I know it's okay to ask questions. I know that it's okay if somebody's being rude. Tell them about themselves in a respectful way. You don't have to take it. Tell them about themselves. Tell them, no, you're wrong. I know my patient, and that's not right. Like, no, that's not right. Actually, no. 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 Yeah, I love who I'm becoming, and I love who I'm growing out to be. My battery is dying right now, so I think that's my sign to just end the video right here. I hope this video was helpful or something. I don't know. But this was my experience as a new grad nurse. Bye. Love y'all.